Hello students, a warm welcome to the English class. In this video, we are going to discuss the chapter number 8 of your book, that is Rain in Summer, which is actually a poem written by Henry Wadsworth Longfellow. He was an American poet and educator. He was very famous for his lyric poetry, and much of his work was recognized for its melodious musicality. So before reading the poem, let's have a look at the new words of the chapter. So your first word is broad. Broad means something that is very extensive, that is very large or big. Second word is fiery. Fiery means extremely hot, that something that is on fire. Third is narrow. Narrow means small, straight or tapered. Fourth is lane. Lane means some pathway, some track or channel. Fifth word is roofs. Roof means ceiling, like you all people are having roof at your home, the roof of your home. Sixth word is hoofs. Hoofs means horny part of the foot of a horse, right? Hoofs means the horny part, the lower part of the foot of the horse, the horny part. Seventh one is gushes. Gushes means to stream out or to flow out rapidly. Eighth word is spout. Spout means a stream of liquid, that usually water, that is originating from somewhere with a great force. Ninth word is wide. Wide means again something that is very broad or large or extensive. 10th word is roars. Roars means, here according to the poem, it means to flow with loud noise. Now come towards the word meanings of the chapter. So the first word is clatters. That means sound produced by the hoofs, right? Second is fiery. Again, that is extremely hot. Third is narrow, means small, something that is small or straight. Fourth word is tramp. According to the poem, it means noise. Fifth word is swift, means quick, instant. Now, let's read the poem Rain in Summer. We all can relate this poem to the present situation or to the present season which we all are passing by. Like we all are experiencing rain, although very less rain in these summers. So in our present poem, Rain in Summer, the poet H.W. Longfellow has described the beauty and comfort of rain in summers. He actually tried to capture the picture of immense happiness of rain in a scorching summer day. Fine. Now, I'll give you line by line explanation of the poem. So, let's have a look at the stanza 1. How beautiful is the rain after the dust and heat. Now, here the poet is very happy. And why he is happy? He is happy by the shower of rain in a hot summer day because it is relieving him from the dust and heat of summers. In the broad and fiery street, in the narrow lane, how beautiful is the rain. Now here, the word broad means large, right? And word fiery means, it means extremely hot. The word narrow means that something that is very small or straight, right? So here again the poet says that the rain is very beautiful. Why? Because it is washing off all the dust, it is washing off all the heat, wherever it is falling, whether it in a broad or fiery street or in a narrow lane, it is washing away all the dust and heat. So that is why it is giving us relief from the scorching heat. So that's why it is very beautiful. Now let's move to the stanza 2. How it clatters along the roofs like the tramp of hoofs. How it gushes and struggles out from the throat of the overflowing spout. Now here in this stanza again the poet has discussed about the drops of the rain. Here the word hoofs means the horny part of the foot of horse, like you all can see in the picture. The word tramp means noise. Roofs means the ceiling. And clatters means the sound produced by the hoofs of the horse. In the present two lines, the poet has made a comparison between the sound of raindrops and the sound produced by the hoofs of the horse. He said that the sound produced by the drops of the rains when it falls, it is just as similar to the sound produced by the hoofs of the horse. How it gushes and struggles out. The word gushes means to flow out rapidly, and struggles means to move with difficulty, and spout means a stream of liquid that is issuing from somewhere with great force. Like you all can see in the picture, it is spout. So here in these lines, what does the poet say? He says that what happens when the rain falls. First of all, raindrops fall on the roof of the house. It falls rapidly and then it comes down with a great struggle through the throat of the overflowing spout. Right, students? Raindrops fall on the roof of the house and then it gushes down with a great struggle through the throat of the overflowing spout. It comes down. Now let's move to the stanza 3. Across the window pane it pours and pours, and swift and wide with a muddy tide, like a river down the gutter roads. The rain, the welcome rain. Now here in this stanza as well, the poet has talked about the drops of the rain. Here the word pane means window pane. It means the space that you can see at the side of the windows. So the poet said that whenever it rains, we all go inside our rooms and enjoy the shower of the rain sitting at the window of our house. And what it happens then, the drops of the rain come across to the window pane. It keeps on pouring and pouring, and it goes little quicker and quicker, with a muddy tide like a river down the gutter roads. Here the poet told us that, as I told you, the spouts overflows with water whenever it rains, and hence the water tries to come out to spill out of the gutter with the force. The places which are not cemented properly, or where there we find any soil, because of raindrops, it turned into a muddy tide. Right, students? Means simply stating, the poet told us that how the gutters look like a river with water filled with mud. The rain, the welcome rain. Means in the end, the poet demonstrates his overwhelming joy by welcoming the rain with open arms. Rather, it is welcomed by everyone. During summers, we all always pray for the rain. Right, students? Because it relieves us all from the scorching, from the unbearable heat. Now let's summarize the poem once. So, in the poem Rain in Summer, the poet H.W. Longfellow has described the beauty of rain, that how it looks like when it falls on the window panes, how beautiful it sounds when it falls on the roofs, and how the earth regenerates itself as the cloud quenches its heat, and how the gutters look like a river with water filled with mud. Right, students? So it was a beautiful poem. I hope it is clear to you all. Thank you all.